In this video, I'm going to go over step by step how I was able to build my Amazon book business from doing $80,000 my first year selling on Amazon to over $350,000 my second year to over $1 million the years that followed. And, now I sell products other than books, but the books were the foundation. And my book business still actually does over $1 million a year in sales, or close to $1 million. This year we'll do like 700,000. Next year we'll do over $1 million for sure. And I'm going to lay out exactly how I was able to accomplish that. You're not going to be able to do exactly what I did as, my business really took off. But what I'm going to allow you to do is have a blueprint to get you to the point where you can do 10 to 15K in sales each month. And then from there, you can kind of decide where you want to pivot to and where you want to go. Because there's a couple of different ways you can take this business. But the way I was able to build my business is unique to me. And the way that you'll build your business eventually is going to be unique to you. So what I did was, like a weirdo, I decided to live in my car. So this is 6 years ago, had my Toyota Corolla. I wrestled in college, and I took the front seat of my car out and I put a wrestling mat down. Actually, I took the wrestling mat from my high school, put it down in the car, and I started driving across the country. And I was watching Reezy Resell videos and Caleb Roth videos. And I would go in to thrift stores and libraries after watching their videos and do exactly what they did, which is this. And I would scan all the books on the shelf at the libraries and thrift stores. The app would tell me what the book was selling for on Amazon versus how much I was paying in the store for it. So if I was paying like $4 or less in the store, the books went anywhere from 25 cents to $4. And then on Amazon, my average sales price was above $20. So I would sell the books for $20 plus. And I would sell about 80% of the books I found. And the books that didn't sell, it didn't matter because I only paid a few bucks for them. And I would just trash those books. So about 80% of your inventory should sell as a bookseller. And what I was doing back then was just hitting up libraries, thrift stores, sleeping in Walmart parking lots. And I was creating shipments out of Starbucks. I would go to Starbucks, pull my laptop open, and I would start listing all the books on Amazon, pack it in a box, drop it off at UPS or FedEx. FedEx at the time, now it's UPS. And rinse and repeat. And so I would go in, scan thousands of books with this app. And then all I knew back then was libraries and thrift stores. I didn't know you could go to used bookstores. I didn't know you could go to garage sales, estate sales. I didn't know that BOOKSELLFinder.com existed, which is also a great place to find books. I learned all this months later, which really allowed me to grow my book business to the next level because I started doing things like liquidations, colleges closing down. Like I just found out more places to get books. 10% of Amazon sales are book sales. So there's crazy demand for books. And there's so many books that exist in America. It's just finding where these books are. And the more profitable books are generally books that aren't on the shelf that everyone else can get access to. Sure, you might be able to find a couple $100 profit at your local thrift store. But if you really want to get to the next level where you're making thousands profit on one trip, you're probably going to need to look at where the books came from before they were on the shelf of the thrift store. So that's people's houses. Maybe that's the back room of the thrift store. Maybe that's in the local library. In your local library, there's a bunch of books in the back room and from like donated books from the general public that they want to get rid of. There's a lot of strategies that you can use to get more books. If you guys want to learn exactly how to sell books step by step and all the strategies and how to scan the books in depth and how to list the books on Amazon, consider joining my challenge. It's Feed the Beast Challenge. This challenge is all about sending your first profitable shipment to Amazon FBA, or if you're already an Amazon seller, challenging yourself to send more profitable inventory to Amazon. It comes with my $400 course, which is now 100% free. All you need to do is click the link below to get access to that. It's starthumble.com/beast. And that shows you exactly how to build a profitable book business. And you get weekly Zoom calls with me where you can come on, turn your camera on and show your beautiful face to me and ask me any questions you have live, and I'll be there and I'll answer them. So that's starthumble.com/beast. Look forward to seeing you in there. But anyway, back to the story of how I was able to grow my Amazon book business and eventually get to the $1 million mark. I went to a local meetup for booksellers, not a local meetup, but a bookseller meetup in California. Drove all the way across the country from Nashville, Tennessee, not intentionally, but I just so happened to be in Arizona at the time that they were doing the bookselling meetup in California a week after. And I was like, I might as well just make the drive to California, get all the way across the country and go to this booksellers meetup. So I go to the meetup, I meet who is now like one of my best friends, Caleb Roth. He became my mentor and he helped me basically told me all the shit that I already knew, but he helped me with a lot of stuff too. But he told me, seeing him in person, somebody who quit their job as a medical professional to sell books on Amazon full time, that lit something up in my brain that this is doable. And then I met like a 19-year-old kid selling shoes on Amazon. I met this girl that went to MIT and she was selling books on Amazon. She was doing online arbitrage. And I just saw all these people doing it. And it just really unlocked like a key or a lock in my brain, or a mental block that, hey, even though you have a college degree, I had a college degree, and I was going to go to graduate school, I was like, maybe I can make this entrepreneur thing work out. That happened, and then I started going to more liquidation type deals, which, that's like a next level strategy to grow your Amazon business. Like I would go to colleges, closing down libraries, and I would just travel across the country, and that allowed me to get up to $20,000 in sales each month. And then I started a business called RestrictedInventory.com. Since I was posting all this on social media at the time, you can go back to my very first YouTube video and actually see me living in my car. I posted my whole journey, so a bunch of people knew about me, and I found out everybody couldn't sell textbooks, or most people couldn't, because Amazon restricted people from selling textbooks because there's commonly counterfeited books that exist in the marketplace. And so Amazon said, no more, we're not going to allow people to sell textbooks, but my account was grandfathered in, so I could. So from my personal brand online, I told everybody, hey, send me your textbooks, I'll sell them for you, and I'll pay you half the profit. That's RestrictedInventory.com. That business still exists today. And so I started that business, and everybody sent me their textbooks. And I went from doing $20,000 in sales, just thrifting, to doing $80,000 in sales. And the benefit of this business was it was completely systematized, and it ran without me. So all the books would arrive at my lister's house. She would list the books for me, and they would go active on Amazon. They would sell. I created systems for this whole business, for payouts, for communication, for everything. And I literally just stepped back, and it was so beautiful. Like for the first time ever, I had this machine that printed money while I slept. And so this is kind of what I'm talking about. Like I can give you the blueprint for starting a profitable Amazon business, but in terms of really getting your own unique angle, mine was RestrictedInventory.com. Yours might be something completely different. And now I sell a lot of product via wholesale, and I'll go into how I landed that product in a second. But you're going to have to, if you keep going at this business, I promise you, if you just don't stop, you're going to have a unique angle of getting profitable product. And if you recognize the opportunity, you're open to seeing it, you'll be able to capitalize on it and take that, and you're really going to make a lot of money. You just have to do it for years. Like you literally have to be consistent, put effort in, and don't stop for years. And the more you put yourself out there, maybe you don't love social media, but I promise you, if you post on social media, there's going to be way more opportunity than if you don't. But regardless, you're going to have to talk to people and go out in the world. And the more that you hustle and do things, the more opportunity that's going to come your way. Okay? So go to thrift stores, using that app, scanning the books, sending them to Amazon. That's how I started my business. And again, starthumble.com/beast is my challenge to help you build your Amazon business the same way I did, up until restricted inventory. When restricted inventory popped off, I can't show you guys how to create that, business, because that business was created through a little bit of luck, and through my network, I was able to land a relationship with somebody who's approved to sell all these textbooks. So even when my Amazon account couldn't sell the textbooks anymore, I had friends and business partners that could. And so my account, I knew, speaking of that, I knew my account was eventually not going to be able to sell textbooks anymore. So I started trying to sell other products on Amazon. So in 2022, I booked a plane ticket to Colombia, and I was like, I think my book business is about to go downhill, because I knew that my Amazon account was about to get suspended because I accidentally sold a counterfeit textbook, because everybody was sending me their books. We were checking them for counterfeits, but we didn't do a good enough job. And basically, I knew my Amazon account was about to get shut down. So what I did was I set up multiple Amazon accounts. I was very public about this on social media, by the way. And I started doing online arbitrage. So I did $300,000 in sales via online arbitrage in 2022 at about an 8% margin. And if you included cash back, I probably made like $35K that year profit doing online arbitrage. But then shortly after that, I landed a wholesale relationship just through my network with one of my best friends. He shared his wholesale account with me. And that's the benefit of being like out there. Like I'm posting so much on social media that I literally have like a network of people that if I just talk to them, I can find profitable product now. So that's why it's really important, if you're serious about selling on Amazon, like create an Instagram page, maybe create a YouTube channel, but at least get involved with the community on some level. And now I place $25,000 to $50,000 orders every month in my wholesale business. I only spend like a couple hours a month on that business, and it generates several $1,000s profit for me each month. And that's only going to grow as time goes on. So I still have my book business doing over $1 million a year. We did 700,000 last year. We'll probably do over $1 million this year. And that business is completely systematized. And then wholesale is pretty much systematized. It does take a little bit of my effort. And then obviously I'm growing Go-To Lister. This is what I do all day. Like, this is why I'm making this video, is to grow my personal brand. And hopefully one day you guys will decide to use Go-To Lister, the fastest listing software on the planet. But that's kind of like my Amazon journey. So as you can see, I give you the blueprint for the first part of it, but eventually you're going to have opportunity that presents itself, that did not present itself to me, that did present itself to you, that you'll be able to capitalize on. And I promise you, this will happen. If you consistently put the effort in, I promise you, there's going to be a point in time, there's a breaking point where you have so much momentum. It might be like this for a couple of years. Honestly, it might be for a couple of years. You got to be patient. But eventually some opportunity is going to present itself where you have access to a lot of profitable product. And if you take advantage of that, your business is really going to go up. So much love. Hopefully this video was helpful for you. Again, if you guys want to join the Feed the Beast challenge, the link is below. That challenges you to send more profitable books to Amazon FBA. And I give you the complete blueprint, step-by-step, on how I was able to build a profitable Amazon business and, list items, reprice items, all that. So much love. See you guys in the next video.